really disappointing that the recording was cooked.
Yeah. Look, I think we were just very unlucky. When we tested audio, it was good, but then the moment we started podcasting, the environment we were in was no longer suitable to podcast.
I feel like when we was recording there for like the first, so listening back, first 5 minutes, fine, which is similar to the test recording.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I thought it sounded good enough, like on the listen back to that quick test one. The voice sounded so clear that I'm like, even though it's so much noisier now,
we should be able to.
We should still be good.
Yeah.
Turns out that was not the case.
No. Okay. All right. No, not the case.
In fact, it's almost like the microphone was passed to the person presenting the cosplay competition.
Shit, really? Was it that
like,
bad? Okay.
It's like weirdly, like the mic was like, you know what? Your voice is now going to be lower. So it was very weird. But, you know, I think that the best thing to come out of this is ultimately that, you know, Ash was never meant to be on that podcast.
No. Exactly.
It was only, you know, I only thought it was going to be you and I at Dreamhack. Mm-hmm. Then this fucker shows up. So ultimately, I feel like the person whose fault it is.
Yeah, is Ashley. We started handing him. He was, you know, his mic etiquette wasn't very good. He kept starting to talk.
He kept fucking talking while we had the microphone. Yeah.
He was you'd pass him the mic, and then you'd be like, "Oh shit!" And you had to pass him the mic real quick. Like just wild, just absolutely wild.
So if it wasn't going to be one thing, it was going to be another. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So really, it was a blessing in disguise. So,
it was.
You know, but I just want people to know out there that there was an attempt.
There still is. There is still in the world.
I'm not putting it out there.
We're never putting it out there. There's no cuts of it going out. There is a arcade couch recorded live from the stands of Rod Laver Arena.
Yes. During the extreme cosplay
gathering
qualifiers.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. So during that, the entirety, 5 minutes prior to that starting through to it finishing, we did record a podcast. Well, 2 podcasts we recorded.
We did 2. 2. And we discussed some things.
Yeah.
You know what? I guess I can bring it up for the first time now. Dylan, what do you think of rebranding as just EN?
Well, it's funny because this, like, I had some good jokes in there where I threw out EN naturally, you know.
Yeah. No, it should just rebrand now that we don't have the Debbie Downer that is Ashley.
I'm sorry. I'll put it back out there because I do want to, like, for anyone who listens to this show, Between the Cushions, obviously, just like their opinion, I guess, is one of many because this is a nothing podcast, right? You know, you're going to listen to this if you want to hear us waffle shit. That's literally no one's listening to this otherwise. Ciaran brought up the discussion point. Hey, should we rebrand Explosion Network to EN? I said no, but a swivel to promotion. What was my word? I can't remember.
Brand wise, like branding.
Brand wise, even I sometimes, if I'm talking about Explosion Network to people, will just say EN. You know, like Cherie might be like, "What are you doing today?" I'm like, "Oh, just doing some EN work." You know, I don't even say
because I think if you hear the problem is, and you could say the same thing for EN. But even more so, for Explosion Network, if you said Explosion Network to somebody and you ask, what do you think the Explosion Network did?
It's about dynamite.
About dynamite and shit. Yeah, exactly. We just explode things. We talk about it. And, you know, without going through the history of Pleasure Explosion and evolving that so it was no longer the sexual innuendo of the original podcast name, I don't know. I just think there is another further evolution of EN, of Explosion Network into just EN or some other variant, which I'm open to other variants. I even just typed in EXN and I don't know if I don't think I like that one. But like
EXN's already a thing, I swear. I'm pretty sure that's already for something, surely. Maybe not. No, not like I said. I swear that there's something very similar to
there's
that.
EXN Beach, somebody's Instagram account. Oh, it's like somebody's art Instagram. I don't know.
So the question is, for anyone who cares, open to all opinions. Not to change, it's still explosionnetwork.com. It's still technically Explosion Network. But from a branding perspective, do you think, and your opinion is important, it's probably better, your opinion probably is a better one than Ash's. So do you think that a slight swivel to saying EN more as like a branding thing is a good decision? That's the question that's been asked.
It is. And just,
that's the core question.
Ashley is against it. Ashley's
against a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
Ashley's for, no, don't shut down any podcasts. They're just retired. Don't do this. They're just retired. Don't do this. Don't do that. We suck. We're not going anywhere. Website sucks. Content sucks. Let's keep doing it though. No, we can't stop that. It sucks, but let's do it more. That's what it's like working with Ash. It sucks, but no, we can't stop. Do it again. I want the website to be more successful, but no, I'm not going to write that movie review. You know? You're only laughing because it's true.
I am.
Okay. How'd your football go anyway? I saw your picture. Does that mean
horrible.
You lost? Or?
Don't even. It was
okay, right.
Fucking.
I mean, I assumed you lost,
horrible.
but I don't know what the
horrible. The only thing that was worth going for, attending a football game, even like I don't even know what the crowd was before yesterday, but any football game during Anzac round, I think is a very special occasion because they do the last post into the 1 minute of silence before the game starts, and so
what they do the last
post, yeah, which is.
What's that?
Oh my god! Oh, yeah. No, like it's like
What's
the trumpet
post?
for like the.
Oh, that's what it's called, is it?
It's called the last post.
Yeah, I just call it the Anzac trumpet thing.
No, it's called the last post.
Okay, cool.
That hurts. Yeah. No, it's the last post. So they play.
I thought you were like they kick a ball into the post, nope. like the time someone kicks the ball into the last post, then they start playing the song.
Nope. No. No.
No,
but okay. To be in a stadium filled with tens of thousands of people, and other than your odd child or something talking, you can hear everything else is dead silent.
I can get that. I've seen that. Like I watched Quiet Place in the cinemas.
Oh my god! What? Sorry, what cinema are you watching A Quiet Place with the tens of thousands of people?
No, it was 50, but everyone shut the fuck up, which is a testament.
But no, it was a beautiful experience, and for somebody who like very close with my dad was served in the English army, and like we have a lot of history, and he's a very big war buff, so I've been a part of or like understanding all of that stuff growing up. So it was a very nice experience. The massacre that preceded it, as my team got absolutely destroyed, not so fun. But still enjoyable. Like it's very funny. I Hawthorn. I support Hawthorn. It's obvious, but even though we suck, like I cherish going to games with my dad, very much so. It's one of my favorite kind of things I get to do every year is go to games with him, and it is that thing in the back of my mind where it's like I don't want to think about one day there being times where I don't get to go with games with him anymore for whatever reason. So yeah, they're very important to me while they're still happening. Yeah, but even if my team sucks, I still go. Still hate my life. Still is what it is. But I had a nice time. It was still a good way. Like it was still a great weekend overall. It's been nice to kind of, it's even better, and I'll be looking forward to the Talking about this in Arcade Couch, but it's been nice having that extra bit of time to reflect on the weekend before talking about it again. Because I do think, that I will be a lot more eloquent with my words than maybe we were yesterday. And I know it's
a practice podcast.
But then also, like, that shit was so loud. There were several moments I'd be mid-sentence and my brain would stop. Like, my brain would stop.
Yeah, it's probably for the best.
My brain would stop and it would take me like a good 5 seconds to reboot and get back to where I was because I'd be like, just, completely zoned out of it. But yeah, I think it was nice. What was your overall thoughts and how was the rest of your weekend and your flight home and
well, I'll save my
contractual
show, I guess. But my flight home got delayed, so I got home nearly at midnight. And then I woke up and had to go to work at 7 o'clock this morning.
Same.
And I did a first aid course today.
Nice. Very nice.
I somehow qualified, even though I'm tired. But there you go.
Also, fuck you. No, not fuck you, because they could still give me a refund, but I totally got double charged for my parking. And
what?
That sucked yesterday.
How do you get double charged for parking?
I have a suspicion, but I don't think so. Driving out of the car park yesterday, scanned my card. I'd pre-booked my parking. We had this whole thing earlier in the week where I'd pre-booked.
That might be the problem.
I pre-booked the parking.
Yep.
I've scanned as I've gone in, scanned my card. As of going out, scanned the card yesterday, and it's like processing payment. You've been charged $44, and I'm like, huh? What? Huh? And so.
Did you just email them?
No, I lodged. You have to lodge a ticket with them. I think it's because I didn't come in. Like I'd booked it from right
on time.
I'd booked it from 8 o'clock in the morning. I didn't get in until after 9. But it's never been. Surely. But that's never been a problem. Like I swear, Dad and me, whenever we book parking for footy and stuff, we always book earlier just in case. But then, maybe we've just never been over an hour later than the booking in time.
An hour's not.
An hour's not long.
Really.
So I don't know. If anything, I've just paid you some money for nothing.
For an extra hour,
I paid you money for nothing, so that shouldn't be an issue. And I've left well in advance.
But what time was it booked?
It was booked till 9 p.m. and I left at 6:30. Yeah. Okay. So I had plenty of time left. There was extra hours. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see when they come back. I hope I get my money back. That'd be kind of sick. But yeah, no. I came home. I did some uni work when I got home, and then
the last second.
Yep. No, not technically yes. It was. I'd planned it. It's not as bad, but I'm the king of procrastination. But yeah, no, it was nice. It was nice overall.
Do you ever get those post-con blues?
No.
I don't even really. I mean, sometimes I get because I see a lot of people, every time get mail, post-con blues and stuff. I get back. Sometimes when I get back from PAX, I'm a bit not post-con blues, but just a bit. You go back to normality, and you're like, oh, that was a fun week, but not sad, but just you're just that was fun.
It's funny to say this when I've just said how much I love, going to the footy with Dad and stuff. The weekend follow it. I'm actually so excited for this weekend when I've got nothing on. It's so fucking stupid that I'm so excited to have 2 days of no plans, no I'm not driving anywhere, I'm not doing anything important or specific. Just do whatever the fuck I want with my weekend. It's funny. I have that kind of feeling where today I was somebody asked me today, hey, did you finish off watching Fallout? And I was like, no, I did not have any time to do anything like that this weekend.
I feel maybe maybe it depends on what your normal life is like, I guess.
Do feel maybe if I would understand it if maybe you don't feel like you are surrounded by people in your everyday life that you can kind of express yourself in
gaming side, gaming friends. Maybe you have no gaming friends RL,
or even your cosplay stuff, or maybe
I
it's
get
a bit
that.
deeper in terms of maybe you feel more comfortable in your sexuality or in who you are as a person when you're at these cons but then when you go back to your normal life or your everyday life, you're not as accepted. You're not as in such an accepting space. Maybe that's the thing.
Which I get.
That. Yeah, 100%.
I get that. I get that. But yeah, I mean, like, I just come back and I'm like, it's fun to see, like, any of these events. I'm like, it's fun to see people in real life, but like, I get to talk to you fuckers, like,
every week. Yeah, exactly. I guess the only thing I do is
I see Ash like 3-4 times a week. I'm good.
do you ever have, like, for me, I always have to have like an occasion or like a weekend or something planned in the future that I'm like kind of ticking off and counting down to. And then the moment after I get to that thing, like say for the last couple of weeks, I've been counting down to Dreamhack week. I'll be, in a couple of weeks, I'll be at Dreamhack. A couple of weeks, I'll be at Dreamhack. As soon as I'm past that, at the minute, I'm in the period where I don't have what is the next thing that I should maybe it's my 30th, which that's in June. So that's a real long time away. But like, it's not really. It's like a month. It's not really that long. It's like but it's not like it's nice to have. It's nice to have something to count down to within like the month period. Whether that is a game or doing something or an event or whatever. So maybe that is my thing where I'm now in that position where I don't specifically have something that I'm counting down to or checking off to.
Maybe not always holidays, but like I guess mentally I'm always like at least something, like even if it's like I know I've got another work trip in a couple of weeks. It's only a work trip, but I'm still like just it's something outside the normality, I guess. Yep. Yeah, I guess that's a thing. Yeah. But all right, let's talk about it, and to do that, let's record Arcade Couch.